Does anybody want breakfast? Guys, let's go. I'm leaving for McDonald's in 5 seconds.
Why did you start with that?
The Breakfast Stampede Meal. It's only at McDonald's, where there's a meal for every morning.
And nothing says morning like a classic sausage McMuffin with egg. Right now, get this all-time favorite for just $2 on the $1, $2, $3 menu. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Episode 1766 of No BS Job Search Advice Radio. I'm your host, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome to the #1 podcast and Apple Podcast for job search. Woohoo! Woohoo! No show is close. I'm more than 2-1 to the #2 show, which I used to have and discontinued a year ago. Now, today's show is one that I thought was a fun topic. The one quality you should learn from recruiters. Hope you find it helpful and give it a great review, please. And remember, if you have a question for me, don't hesitate to reach out to me through Wizio.com. That's WISIO.com/The Big Game Hunter. I'm charging 1/3 of what I do on my website because you're a podcast listener, okay? So again, Wizio.com/The Big Game Hunter if you have a question for me. And with that, guess what? I think you can figure it out. Let's get going. Recruiters. People hate third-party recruiters. I was talking with someone yesterday, and he started laughing when I commented about recruiters. They are just not popular people with a lot of folks. But if you're someone who's job hunting, there's something that you can learn from recruiters. Something that in your networking, something in your follow-up, something that I think is very useful for many of you. And that is the quality that a recruiter has where they are relentless, where they pursue and they challenge and they at times argue and advocate and never give up. Now, you may say, well, they're obnoxious. Well, they're closing deals. And they've found that this is a behavior that works. And being nice may not be working for you. You know, nice, waiting for the phone to ring, never calling people, never emailing. They'll call me if they're interested. Relentless. I'm not saying every 10 minutes to call or to email every 30 minutes, but you know how this works. Out of sight, out of mind. If you don't reach back to people, if you don't try and reconnect with them, if you don't network, and in your networking try to maintain a relationship with someone, you know, you're going to expend a lot of energy unnecessarily. And I say unnecessarily because you're not going to get results. And you're going to have to keep doing this kind of stuff over and over again. And there's no point to it because you're not doing it well. Again, being relentless doesn't mean ridiculous. It does mean perseverance. And most of you are way too passive with your lives and with your careers, and you don't really take things on head on. You know, within your organization, you're waiting for the promotion. Why aren't you doing something to make it happen? Seriously. Why aren't you doing something to make it happen? Why aren't you pursuing your boss's boss? Oh, that would not be a good thing. Why? Why wouldn't it be a good thing? Again, you've created this limitation that this is the way it's supposed to be. And it doesn't have to work that way. If you're valuable, if what you're doing is quality work, for real, not what your mother tells you, you challenge status quo. And if the status quo doesn't like it, you go to some place that will like it, because no one's looking out for you more than you do. And if you abdicate to your employer, you are out of luck. And if you wait for the phone to ring, you won't get anywhere. So take on the quality of relentlessness from recruiters. I'm telling you, it will help you land more jobs than not. So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, here are a few more ways to get information and advice from me. First of all, there's my website, which is thebiggamehunter.us. I have more than 8,000 blog posts there that you can watch, listen to, or read that will help you find your next job. In addition, if you're interested in my coaching you, at the site there's a button there that says schedule. Schedule time for a free discovery call, schedule yourself in for coaching, interview preparation coaching, salary negotiation advice, coaching related to hiring more effectively, managing and leading, helping you to be a better executive in your organization, and overall being a better employee of your firm. If you have questions for me, you can ask them at Wizio.com/The Big Game Hunter. That's WISIO.com/The Big Game Hunter. The price at Wizio is less than 1/3 of what I'm charging at my website. And I'm doing this because I want to benefit my subscribers here and on YouTube, and only you're going to know about it. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/The Big Game Hunter. Mention that you watched or listened to my content. I like knowing I'm helping folks. Once we're connected, it's nice to hear from you. I'd love to hear from you from time to time about how I'm helping. You can also watch me on TV. Did you know that? If you have a Fire TV or a Fire Stick, download the JobSearch TV app for Apple TV, Roku, Sony, Samsung, like 90 different TV platforms. You can watch me on either Zingo TV or BingeNetworks.tv. On YouTube, subscribe at JobSearch.TV.com and have access to thousands of videos I've created. I'll be back tomorrow with more, and in the meantime, I hope you have a great day. Be great!
Thanks for calling Toyota. This is Jan.
Hi, Jan. I heard Toy-Odathon is on.
It sure is.
Perfect. I'm getting a head start on my list for Santa.
Well, we've got great year-end deals on Camry, Highlander, RAV4, and more.
But what kind of toys do you have?
It's actually Toyotathon, not Toyotathon. We have great deals on vehicles, not toys. I'm sorry, sweetie.
Okay. What can I get for $5?
Current offers end November 30th. Toyotathon ends January 4th. Participating dealers only. Toyota. Let's go places.
Wrap up the year with holiday cheer at the all-new Busch Gardens Christmas celebration. Experience a winter wonderland as you walk through 8 festive villages with twinkling lights, holiday decor, and entertainment. Busch Gardens Christmas celebration is a limited capacity event. Select dates through January 3rd. Take advantage of the biggest sale of the year, going on now through November 27th. Buy one 2-park membership, get one half off during the Black Friday sale. Make your reservation today. Restrictions apply.